For the past 10 years, I basically lived a double life. By day, I'm Khaled El-Atta, or KX. I'm a strategist deep in the world of high-stakes corporate bidding, where my words literally build massive national projects. But then there's the other side, a much more private life, one that's all about memory, identity, and, well, healing. This is the story of how I discovered that these two worlds, they aren't separate at all. In fact, they're one and the same.
And this, right here, is my core philosophy. For me, there's absolutely no difference between the art of a great story and the science of a winning strategy. They both come down to the same thing: crafting a narrative so compelling that it forces people to act. It doesn't matter if it's an executive signing off on a multi-million-dollar contract or just a reader who sees a piece of themselves in one of my books.
So that's the real question, isn't it? How do you juggle the insane pressure of securing over 530 million reals in contracts while at the same time writing about your deepest, most personal struggles? Well, as you're about to see, one of those journeys is what made the other one even possible.
So let's start with the strategist side of things. Let's talk about the architect of victory.
Okay, let's just start with the bottom line. Over 530 million Saudi riyals in secured project value. But look, that's not just a big, impressive number on a slide. You have to understand what that means. Every single rial in that figure, it's there because I wrote a story that won. It means jobs were created, it means people have careers, entire teams, their livelihoods depend on my ability to tell a compelling story. That's the real impact.
And this wasn't a fluke, it's a system. 47 times my team and I built a narrative so convincing, so powerful, that it left no doubt in anyone's mind that we were the only choice. 47 awarded projects. That's the proof right there of the power of a good story.
So how do you get there? It's all about reps, relentless practice. I've delivered over 380 proposals, and every single one was a new chance to get better, to refine the craft, to dissect these incredibly complex requirements, cut through all the technical jargon, and find that one winning story buried at the core.
And as you can see here, this isn't just about being a writer, it's about leadership. I've been a bid manager, a chief technology officer, an ERP strategist. You have to have that 360-degree view. It means you have to understand everything, from the super deep technical details of an AI solution all the way up to the high-level business strategy, and then weave it all into one single, coherent story.
And to make this really concrete, just look at this one project. We're talking about a 19 million SAR contract to build a behavioral insights lab for the Ministry of Justice. Now think about that for a second. We didn't just sell them some software. I sold them a whole new way of understanding human behavior to make a nation's justice system better. Now that is the power of telling a story well.
But here's the thing. All those wins, all that success in the boardroom, it was forged somewhere completely different. So now we're going to step into the world of the author and the story of survival. All that professional success I just showed you, it actually grew from something deeply, deeply personal. The foundation for all of it wasn't built in some fancy boardroom. It was built in moments of really intense, quiet reflection. You know, traditional career advice, it would tell you what I did was career suicide. I took 2 breaks, not to go get another degree or some fancy certification. No, I took time off to focus on addiction recovery and my mental health. People see those as gaps on a resume. They're not. They were the crucible. That's where I forged my resilience, where I actually found my voice as a writer.
And all those experiences, I've channeled them directly into 4 published books. You can see the titles here, like Scripted Survival and Darkness That Has Never Left. I was exploring resilience, redemption, recovery, really just turning my own personal journey into a public narrative.
And I really honed my writing discipline in a place you probably wouldn't expect. I was an editor for Genius.com, and I reviewed over 20,000 lyric annotations. I mean, I was deconstructing the metaphors of Kendrick Lamar, the narrative arcs of Nas. I was learning storytelling from modern-day poets. This was my real-world MFA. Forget the traditional classroom.
So the big question is, how do these 2 totally different worlds, this high-stakes strategist and this quiet, introspective storyteller, how do they actually connect?
So here it is. This is the crucial insight. These skills aren't opposites, they're literally 2 sides of the same coin. The intense analytical rigor I need for a bid proposal is completely balanced by the empathy I had to learn as an author. I mean, think about it. Deconstructing a metaphor in a rap song and deciphering a client's hidden needs in a proposal, it is the exact same skill.
And this is exactly how it works in the real world. Winning a huge contract is like a 4-act play. Act 1, empathy. You have to feel the client's pain. Act 2, narrative. You frame your solution as the story that solves their problem. Act 3, data. You bring in the hard evidence, the proof that backs up your story. And for the finale, compliance, you deliver that story flawlessly. It's pure creativity and technical precision, all fused into one winning strategy.
And this unique blend of skills, it points to a really powerful new way of thinking about building a career. I call it the KX method.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's a whole new mindset. It's about embracing the fact that your path isn't a straight line, and that's okay. It's about mashing together the analytical and the creative parts of who you are. And please, get this one thing. Storytelling is not a soft skill. It is the core strategy. It's the whole game. This is the stuff they don't teach you in school. The most valuable lessons, they come from living, not from a textbook.
And so that leaves us with one final thought. My story. It isn't just about bids and books. It's a challenge, really, to all of us. What are the parts of your life, your skills, your story that seem completely disconnected? And what incredible things could you build if you just had the courage to bring them together?